Hello everyone, it is time for another Let's Talk About Some Wrestling, or whatever it's called. Let's talk some wrestling.
This is number 3,
Episode
if you're not
3.
paying attention.
But we're not really naming, or numbering them.
I'm numbering them.
Okay.
Dan numbers.
Daniel's numbering them.
I number everything.
Right now we only have 3, so it's easy to count that high, but once we get to 25, Daniel might slip.
I was 25, you're giving me a lot of credit there, buddy.
I know, right? So
okay, go ahead.
We have some news that we found out on Saturday night when we were watching the UFC.
Expecting a baby.
I know, right?
That's what it sounds like.
It's a god baby.
I know. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
We were at B-Dubs on Saturday night watching the fights for UFC 181, and boom! All of a sudden, there's CM Punk on our TVs, and we're like, okay.
Or Phil Brooks.
What's going
if
on?
you're lame.
Well, yeah, Phil CM Punk Brooks.
That's his name.
As they
That's
called
gonna
him
be
on
his
that.
nickname. Yeah.
I don't know. He was talking about how, like, you know, he didn't know if he could have a cool nickname because he thought that would be his nickname. But we'll see.
We'll see. The janitor.
Vladimir Mashushenko. But yeah, so we're watching the fights and everything, and all of a sudden CM Punk is on our TV, and we're like, What is this? And then all of a sudden the graphic at the bottom's like, just signed a multi-fight deal, and I was shocked.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I was just shocked.
I literally shit my pants.
Yeah.
I had to go to the bathroom.
He had to use the restroom because he couldn't handle it.
I could not handle it. So, this is kind of like going full 180.
Yeah.
After WWE was like, no compete clause
and everything else
with the UFC, and
that's why CM Punk went to court so that he can be like, "Ha! You can't tell me."
Yeah. So
you can't tell me that.
Half of me thinks CM Punk is doing this just to get back at WWE. Like, I think
he
so.
He seems like that type of person, to be honest.
Like, I don't know. And so that's awesome. That's good news. I'm glad to hear that he's actually doing something else.
And it's exciting because that means he's going to be on our televisions once again.
Entertaining us.
Yeah, whether he only has 1 or 5 fights, whatever.
Or 87.
Or he might have 20 fights. You never know what he'll do because he is starting late in his life.
Yeah,
he is 36 years old.
36 years old.
He has been... He said that he feels really good right now, but he's been haggard by injuries over the years as well. So,
well, he feels good now because he's probably healed up and rested up.
Yeah, he's healed up and he's rested up. But when you're going through a hard training camp for, say, 2 to 3 months to try to get ready for a fight, you really put a lot of pressure on your body.
That's when you figure out how good you feel for a fight.
And honestly, like a lot of fighters, you'll see get injured during the fight camps and everything else because they start pushing so hard that
their bodies just can't take it.
They overexude themselves, basically. So
their bodies aren't used to that. They don't do that normally.
They're not used to the rigorous training that
it's just
has evolved.
A couple months leading up to the fight.
Exactly.
So
I mean, regular training, you go to the gym, you do some stuff here and there. You work somewhat hard, but it's not that big of a deal. When you actually have the fight in mind and it's ahead of you, you kind of, turn it up a little bit more. You try to get more out of it. So,
as Justin and I both know, as we're gym regulars, we both go to the gym every day.
I go to the gym every day and I watch ladies' workouts.
Yeah, I go to the gym every day with my foot-long sandwich and eat it as I watch people work out.
Exactly. See, I go to the gym every day and I sit in my car and I wonder to myself what it would be like to be inside the gym, but I'm not.
And then Dan's there to remind you. It would be sweaty.
Yeah. And you know what? The worst thing for a fat guy? Sweating. Sweating is awful.
And chafed thighs.
Yeah, chafing. Chafing's bad too.
But, okay. So part of me kind of thinks CM Punk might go out and just eat shit. And I'm hoping that doesn't happen.
Well, I mean...
Because, he says he knows jiu-jitsu. And
he doesn't say he knows. Like, he does.
He says he does jiu-jitsu. I'm sorry.
Yeah. He trains.
So, but...
Legit.
This is a chance to see him fight for real, and he knows how to fake fight.
Yeah.
But to an extent, you have to know how to fight to put on a show.
Mm-hmm. To act like you're fighting.
Yeah. So we'll just have to see. It's just a big mystery, which is part of the entertainment. Is just seeing how he does. I
mean, honestly, let's be honest. The very first time that Brock Lesnar stepped foot inside of a UFC cage, they got a huge buy rate. Just based on him being on there.
He
went against Frank Mir. He had 1 or 2 fights in his career at the time.
Yeah.
And people tuned in to watch his fight.
Out the ass.
CM Punk is going to get the same sort of thing. Now, is he as big of a star as Brock Lesnar? It's hard telling because
It's up in the air.
you got to think Brock Lesnar was a huge star
Megastar.
when they were getting a lot of like really good ratings.
Yeah.
But over the years, ever since that ruthless aggression time of wrestling, it's been going down just a little bit here and there, and
Yeah.
you know, it's going to the PG
Stagnated.
product and stuff,
Yeah.
which is catering more towards the people who aren't watching UFC and you know stuff like that. So,
yeah. So
something you have to think about at least.
this makes sense somewhat for UFC because they're gonna get some of the people who watch wrestling to watch UFC. Now, people who already watch UFC, you know, I don't know how many of them watch wrestling anymore since you're saying it's more PG. I don't know if they really care or no. I mean, I know a lot of them are probably gonna be like, well, where's this CM Punk coming from?
Yeah.
Let's watch what he does. He has to prove himself. Which kind of segues into something else.
Yeah.
If you wanted to go ahead and talk about that.
Nah, I mean, you know.
You want to wait?
We can wait.
Oh, I see.
can
I segued horribly.
We can wait. We can
Failed
wait.
at segueing.
No, but I mean, honestly, like, what I will say is that CM Punk is one of the only fighters to come in to the UFC with a 0-0 record. As far as I know, he's never had an amateur fight. As far as I know, he's never, like, as far as I've heard, he's never really been known for getting into a bar fight or anything. The one thing that goes for him is the fact that he does have...
EC-dub.
He has a background in... why are you kicking stuff, bro?
I'm not used to these shoes.
Kicking the mic. But
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
he has like a background in Kimpo, and then he's also done jiu-jitsu for years and years with Henner Gracie and those guys. Hanging out with Eve Torres's husband or whatever.
Oh.
But
Not with Eve Torres herself, though.
Sadly, no.
Damn it.
He's got AJ. But,
I mean...
yeah, I mean, it's... One's a little more curvy, but...
Which one?
I don't know.
I can't tell anymore.
Nikki Bella.
I forget.
Winning.
I forget
Okay.
who that is.
Eve Torres? You forget who that
No,
is?
I know who that is.
Okay.
I got a picture of her on my wall.
Ooh.
Get away from me.
And it's white. But...
Hey, it was white. It didn't become white.
Wow, that's awful.
This is the best, most professional Let's Talk About Wrestling ever.
But see, that's normal for us. It's just a conversation between fellow friends and fans. But in the UFC, Dana
I'm not
White...
friends with you.
I know, right? Dana White already said that, you know, he's not going to feed him to the wolves. He's not going to attempt to have someone like CM Punk come in and fight a Michael Bisping or something like that because, honestly, it wouldn't even be a good fight. For someone who has like 30 fights in their repertoire, for someone who has been through it all basically and has these marquee fights, it's, you know, it'd be too much for him to overcome. Now, Brock Lesnar was special because he had that wrestling background.
Special.
Yeah. He had the wrestling background from wrestling in college and being a literal like national championship wrestler and everything.
So he had the
CM
chops.
Punk,
He had the chops.
CM Punk doesn't have that sort of background. He's literally coming in cold.
Yeah.
However, I think because of how he is, his pain tolerance, because of wrestling and everything else, and the fact that he's the type of guy who just wants to prove everyone wrong, that
he's gonna train his guts out.
Yeah, he might honestly have a very good opportunity to do something special in the end in the UFC.
The spotlight's on him, and he loves the spotlight.
Oh, yeah, he does.
So let's have him prove us wrong again.
Hell yeah.
Like he said all these years to Vince. Let's have him prove Dana White wrong.
Yeah, I mean, Dana White's giving him that, you know, that stage,
opportunity,
basically.
the stage, the platform.
Which is something that certain people haven't gotten. Such as Jason David Frank.
Who?
You know, the Green Ranger.
Your segue sucks. But go ahead and segue away.
It's the best, though.
Okay, so Jason David Frank, as people know, the Green Ranger.
The Green Ranger. The best Ranger ever.
The best from Power Rangers.
Power Rangers.
If you don't know what that is, get the fuck off of our YouTube video.
I know, right? No, but seriously, you can look it up on YouTube if you really want to. Jason David Frank has...
JDF.
I believe he has like 4 or 5 pro fights.
I was going to say, he's fought in the MMA before.
Yeah, he's fought, but it's been a little while since he has. He's been, you know, a karate guy for years and years. And to be honest, he has his own following. He's a popular guy overall. So...
He has his own almost what you would say cult following.
Something like that, yeah.
Almost, but
it's kind of a cult following. It's a lot
personality.
of people who are into the Power Rangers from back in the day.
Oh, for sure.
You know, who were like 90s kids, just
a lot
like me
more
and
of
you.
them than you would think.
Yeah, you'd be surprised.
You'd be surprised.
Like, see him at a con. It's
go to
pretty
Comic-Con. It's crazy.
Cool. It's good stuff.
Don't put Vern Troyer next to Jason David Frank.
It'll make Vern Troyer look bad.
It's
sad, really.
It's really sad.
But
yeah, Jason David Frank.
Jason David Frank would his dream is to have a fight in UFC.
Yeah. And he's asked multiple times.
He's more than willing to fight anyone who they put in front of him. Okay, he doesn't have like a awful record as far as I know. He's not a loser. He wins a lot of his fights. Like, I think he's only had so many amateur and a couple pro, but he's won most of his fights. And I feel like if you're gonna bring in someone like CM Punk, you might as well bring in someone like Jason David Frank for a fight as well. It's kind of like how Strikeforce brought in Herschel Walker during the last couple years of them being open.
Herschel Walker.
Where, yeah, I mean,
wow.
Herschel Walker is like, 40, like mid to late 40s at the time. And he's an absolute beast of a freaking athlete. Mm-hmm. And he had trained mixed martial arts for years and years and years. And finally, he got that opportunity to go out there and show what he's learned all these years. And that's exactly what CM Punk is now going to get an opportunity for.
What JDF
and
wants.
I think JDF should get that opportunity as well. However, I just don't know if JDF versus CM Punk is exactly the fight that they'd want, because I think JDF has too much experience for CM Punk to overcome in his first ever mixed martial arts pro fight.
But Justin, just think about this.
Okay.
The internet.
Yeah.
Think about this. In UFC next year sometime,
it would break.
You could have CM Punk, former WWE champion,
yes,
versus the Green Ranger,
yes,
Jason David Frank,
yes. And if he comes out to Go Power Rangers, I will flip. I will flip shit.
CM Punk should come out to that yeah. just to troll him.
He'd come out in like a Red Ranger uniform.
The Gold Ranger.
That was actually Jason David Frank.
That's why I'm saying. Yeah,
he was every Ranger. Everybody knows that.
Was he the Pink Ranger?
Probably at one time.
I want to see that. Internet, go to work.
Yeah. Photoshop that.
Yeah, Dean Ambrose.
But yeah, I mean, I think they're gonna try to get CM Punk a guy who's maybe like 0-1, 1-0, 2-1, someone who's still new to MMA in general, who hasn't been a pro for long, and they're gonna try to get him and sort of feed him to CM Punk. Yeah. But at the same time, they don't truly know his skill level.
They need to get him over.
So yeah,
they need to get him over.
You need to, like Roman Reigns.
Push it over.
You gotta make him look good. Make him look strong.
Hey, Punk, I know you're working for UFC now, but
make him look strong.
Can you get Reigns over? What if he doesn't tear his quad?
But basically, they need to find the right guy to allow him to
open his
show
career.
his skills.
Yeah.
And even if he loses, as long as he has a pretty good fight and he has a pretty good showing, people are still going to pay to watch him fight.
Oh,
because Brock Lesnar was not the same for his last year or two of fighting. He wasn't the same Brock Lesnar that everyone looked. But he was still a draw. But he drew like hell because he's Brock Lesnar.
Because he got punched in the kidney and did a pirouette.
He did a pirouette.
Oh, damn it, Overeem.
It was so beautiful. That wasn't Overeem.
Was it? I thought it was Alistair Overeem.
Overeem retired him, but
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Velasquez made him do the pirouette.
Oh. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Overeem just kicked him in the freaking stomach a million times.
And he was like, no.
Liver kick, liver kick, liver kick.
Yeah.
Dead.
It's like he knew he had diverticulitis or something.
I know, right? It's not like anyone knew that. But I mean, like, Lesnar was a huge draw, and Dana White is hoping that he gets that same draw out of CM Punk. But you know what? Like I said, if you're going to go all out, just go all out. JDF, CM Punk fighting against each other, whether it's next year or the year after, whatever. Make it happen.
Hey, why not?
Yeah.
Even though JDF's a little bit bigger, why not?
I mean, it all depends on weight classes, too, because the last fight that I saw JDF fight, I believe he was fighting heavyweight at, 230. But, I mean...
I don't know if CM Punk could make heavyweight.
No.
I'm pretty sure he couldn't.
I mean, 205 would even be a little bit of a stretch, because that's probably what he walks at.
Yeah.
To be honest. But, we'll see what happens. I mean, if that thing can if those two can match up, I say, you know what?
Why not?
Let them fight. At the end of the day,
you're going to draw some new people.
You're going to have two big stars
from
the internet or entertainment, whatever you want to consider it.
TV.
Yeah.
WWE.
Yeah, it's going to all come together, and it's going to showcase all of those other fighters on that card that night.
But at the same time, you got to think. that card has to be good other than CM Punk
Mm-hmm.
and JDF, if that happened. Because that's UFC's chance to advertise to new people.
Yes.
Have a good card outside of that, and then people will watch.
Diego Sanchez, Joe Lozon.
Yeah.
Book it. Once again, Dana White.
My
book
Cheetah
that.
versus the Korean Zombie.
It's a little big for that.
Nope.
Korean Zombie's a 145er,
Nope.
bro.
Nope.
But you know what?
He'll gain weight.
Hey, Korean Zombie, put him in a fight there.
Yeah.
Let it bring back Leonard Garcia and let those two guys just slug it out again.
Heck, why not? Chuck Liddell.
Exactly.
Chuck Liddell versus Herschel Walker.
Chuck Liddell and Herschel Walker.
There we go. Where's the fridge?
Yeah. The fridge. That makes no sense.
Yeah.
He'd be the worst. He'd be worse than James Toney.
He got beat up by that guy.
So yeah, as you can see, this
Screech from Saved at the Bell.
This isn't as much about wrestling talk as it is UFC talk today. But
There
because
is some
CM
wrestling
Punk,
involved.
Yeah, because CM Punk is mainly involved, it makes sense.
Well, when you
that-
say CM Punk,
yeah.
everybody's going to think, oh, he's that wrestler.
I'm gonna think Marvel.
Yeah, when's Marvel?
Marvel Comics.
Hey,
Thor.
to be honest, I hope he does a good job.
Me too.
Because then he could write Captain Marvel. It'd be just draw the asses.
Oh man, CM Punk. If you made him in charge of lady heroes
Thor?
or villains,
It would be so horrible.
it would just be so
But
sexualized.
great. No, it would be
because
so
he's
horrible.
he's such a freaking pimp. He's a chick magnet.
But it'd be great.
Chick
But
magnet punk.
horrible. He should write for Batman.
Yeah, dude, he is pretty much Batman in a way.
Right for
Just like, oh, what's up, chick? Okay, bye.
Bye.
Next chick.
Hey.
And now he's actually married, so we can't just dispatch her as easily.
No, he's just going to hug him and be like, yo, I give out hugs every day.
Yeah. The Lonely Island hug song. I love that so much.
We're shilling too much.
That's okay.
This
We do that.
video no longer exists.
No, we're not actually singing songs or anything, luckily.
But, I mean, I don't know. In wrestling news, the Slammy Awards are tonight.
Yeah, well, by the time this goes up, probably last night.
A week ago.
Probably last night. It's not going to take me that long to do the frickin'
So
editing.
the Slammy Awards are happening sometime.
As I'm editing these,
As
it's
he's
probably
editing this.
probably on.
So
but-
who's getting the lull moment of the year?
What's the nominees?
I don't know.
What? Well, how are you gonna ask me that?
Because I figured you know.
All right, you know what?
It's going to be JDF.
Ms. Dow.
Ms. Dow?
Ms. Dow.
You know what? He should be
I'm just gonna guess that. I saw the one that was about the best talker, and while there was
It's going
some
to be Paul Heyman.
there was some really good stuff, I was like Lana. Why? Because
Anal.
Lana.
Anal.
Yeah.
Because of
'Cause
Lionel.
Lana.
Because of Lionel.
Lionel. Because of Lana. I mean, honestly, like, as much as I enjoy hearing Paul Heyman and Zeb Coulter and people like that talk, I really enjoy looking at Lana while she talks.
Wait, but
In a Russian
but
accent.
Zeb's pretty hot.
He is.
You ever look at him?
It's Texas, damn it.
It's Texas, damn it.
He's always sweating.
He's always hot physically.
So yeah, you guys could also watch the JBL and Cole show. That's what that part's
Hey,
from.
let's chill some more. But
Okay.
that's awesome. JBL and Not Cole show.
Yeah, the Not Cole show with Not Renee Young.
You with Not Renee Young. Ooh, Renee Young.
I know.
Ooh.
I love Canadians. Canadian blondes.
Just some Canadian.
Especially Edge.
Just some Canadian. What?
That damn Canadian.
We just watched him beat up a laptop.
That is true.
Is he coming back to beat up another
Botchamania!
laptop? Oh, okay. I do have something to talk about
Okay.
wrestling-wise. Remember when the Raw anonymous Raw general manager came back?
Yeah,
Didn't John Cena show him? He showed him good, didn't he?
he did.
He gently shut that laptop.
He did gently shut that laptop.
He forgot what Edge did.
Basically, you know what? He didn't want to. He wanted to be good for the kids.
Oh, no.
He didn't want kids to get a laptop for Christmas and be
Forget the
like,
kids. And
"Screw
elbow
this,"
drop it.
and just start elbow dropping the laptop.
Nah, what
That's
he
what it
should have
is.
done is like, what's this Windows bullshit? Mac for life and throw it out. in the crowd.
Pull out an iBook out of his ass, you know.
Yeah, because that's where he hides everything. When his wristbands fly off, that's
Yep.
where they go.
They go right back into his ass. So
And
he
they
can put it
change
back on.
colors
every week.
every week.
Every week.
How do you think he gets those hats and T-shirts every day? But we're running on fumes here, Justin.
No, we're not. So
I'm running on fumes here, Justin.
the very last thing we're going to talk about,
Okay, go.
topical.
Go.
This week is the NXT R Evolution.
Oh, yeah. this
Because
thing.
Revolution's too cool of a word. They are Evolution. So,
Revolution.
Revolution. What? Give me your
Prediction?
prediction on some of these matches, okay? Sami Zayn and Adrian Neville.
Now, that one I could say could go either way. Normally,
20-minute match,
20-minute match.
no matter what.
And normally I would say, because Neville's still working the heel angle, isn't he?
Somewhat. To be
kinda.
honest, Sami
He
Zayn
was.
gave him a big old slap this week and told him that he was tired of
What a heel.
of always doing the right thing and blah 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 because that's what gets him in trouble and makes him lose.
I gotcha.
So,
But normally I'd say it could go either way. But since the stipulation was what? Adrian Neville was done?
no, Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn was done?
Sami Zayn has to leave NXT forever because that's the way he brought up.
Okay. So the way I can see this turning out is I'm thinking Neville might retain, and then Zayn would make his debut on Raw or SmackDown.
Sounds good.
That's the way I'd like it to shake down.
Yeah, because Zayn's fucking awesome.
Or Zayn is finally just going to go over and get the NXT title. Because
That would be fun too.
People have wanted him to have it for a while.
But Zayn just needs to be more in the spotlight, period.
Yeah, so
Always.
I'm not going to be wishy-washy. I'm going to say Zayn's going to lose
Okay.
due to circumstantial things.
Okay.
Maybe not so much heel tactics. And I
William
think
Regal. That's
William Regal. Always William Regal. Running on a ladder.
Yes.
And I think he might get the bump up.
Okay.
I don't know if he'll stick.
I think both of them are gonna get the bump up eventually.
Eventually.
But
right now.
it might be time for one of those two to go right this second. So
yeah.
And let's see here. Let's do
Lightning round.
okay, tag team titles.
I
There's
don't
the
care.
Lucha Dragons versus the Vaudevillains.
The Vaudevillains? The
Vaudevillains.
Vaudevillains have a cool intro.
They have a freaking amazing intro.
But I think I don't really see a reason for the Lucha Dragons to drop it yet.
Okay, that makes sense. I would like, as much as I'd like to see the Vaudevillains win it, only because a heel team having it means that we might get some more
entertaining.
Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy going for the titles.
Realest guy in the room.
Because he's literally the best talker in the WWE right this second, seems like.
To be honest, yeah.
When it comes to just wrestling talent, even though he'll probably go away from wrestling
He should
soon.
be a Paul Heyman guy.
He should be. He loves it.
Enzo Amore.
Women's title match. Charlotte
Okay.
versus Sasha Banks.
Now, Charlotte,
Woo! Ric Flair's daughter.
she's been kind of pretty much owning, right?
Pretty much,
They've
yeah.
been feeding people to her.
I mean, somewhat. I mean, she's been winning pretty well.
And who's she fighting?
Sasha Banks.
Sasha Banks. Tell me about Sasha Banks.
Sasha Banks.
She's a blank slate to me.
She is. She's like the cousin of Jay-Z or something, I believe. Like
Okay.
it's a weird thing. But
That's interesting.
She's the boss of NXT.
Okay.
So she's definitely not Ratchet.
She's the big guy.
She doesn't want you to call her Ratchet.
She's Ratchet.
And she recently made
Clank?
yeah. She recently made Becky Lynch turn heel
Ooh.
because she got in her
Rebecca
head.
Lynch.
She got her in her head and was like,
she's got scumbag tactics.
basically, she's definitely the heel.
She's a McMahon's.
Something like that, yeah.
I don't know.
She's much smaller.
So Charlotte's pretty over going into this.
She's very over. A lot of people see her as like being the next like big time diva.
Next page.
Even bigger is
Bigger?
what they're
Ooh,
thinking
diva.
because it's Ric Flair's like
Yeah.
daughter, and she's like
She's gonna win.
I think she's also like 5'10", like she's tall for a girl as well. So
Well, based upon what I'm hearing, I'm thinking maybe Charlotte will get screwed out of the title because we could probably use some fresh talent in the Divas pool up in regular. Could use some fresh talent, but I don't know. She might be too green still.
yeah, she's not exactly the most polished,
She's doing the figure four.
but she's
Tell-
decent.
Tell me she's doing the figure four.
She is doing the figure four somewhat.
Is she doing
She's
it
not
well?
exactly winning all of her matches with the figure four, but she's
Hey,
done it. She's
as
done
long
it a
as
few
she's
times.
doing it,
Yeah.
that's fine with me.
She does it better than The Miz, barely.
Woof. Woof. Woof.
I know, right?
It's
so
almost
yeah,
saying it. She does it as good as Ric Flair, barely.
so I'm not sure if the backing video has like ran out now. We're pretty close. You like the epic fight
I died.
between CM Punk and Chael Sonnen?
Phil Brooks.
Do you love it?
Who?
Yeah, Phil Brooks.
They're friends, though. Why would they fight?
Because I wanted to put them against each
It's like
other.
Superman and Goku. They're friends. Why would they fight?
Exactly. But, that basically sums up our quick stuff that we wanted to talk about.
My fumes have run out.
We will continuously talk about different wrestling things as it comes to mind, but we just felt like that was such surprising news that we kind of needed to talk about it and talk about different
It's a
things
big deal.
like that.
It's a big deal. It's still a big deal.
It is. So, yeah. We will see you next time. Make sure to subscribe and like and
Hey,
all that stuff.
watch Wolf Among Us.
Yeah, watch the Wolf Among Us playthrough as well.
Do it. There's boobs.
There's boobs in at least 2 of the videos.
There's boobs everywhere.
I can guarantee
no,
you
there's
that.
3. We found one in the third one.
Oh yeah,
yeah. There's 3.
There's at least
Dan
3.
was looking for him.
Yeah, but watch some of the other videos on the channel. Tell us what you like. If
Tell
you
us
want
what you don't like.
If you want us to play a certain game or something, just let us know.
Not
we
Dark
will
Souls.
We will try to do that. Probably not Dark Souls.
Not
yeah.
Dark Souls.
But yeah,
Not Dragon Age.
Dragon Age is amazing.
It's amazing.
It's just long.
It's long as shit.
Just long. We'll have like 183 videos of it.
We might have to stretch
I'm
those
50 hours in right now. Okay, it's tough. Okay.
I don't know. Stretch those to hour-long videos because we'd never finish it.
Whew.
I know.
183 hours. We got this.
Okay, so that's pretty much it
Yep.
for me, for Dan,
Yep. For Justin.
for Justin.
Me too. That guy.
We'll see you next time.
When we talk about wrestling.